Hello, friends. Crystal here, your Vibrant F, and welcome to the Chakra series. We will be covering the 7 major or master chakras over the next several weeks, and I'm so excited. So, first things first, I wanted to do a big overview. Many of you have heard of chakras, and I'm pronouncing it that way because that is how it's actually pronounced in Sanskrit. Also, in Sanskrit is what is a chakra? A chakra is a disc or a wheel. So think of energy wheels or discs that spin in our bodies. They all have different colors, different meanings, which we'll go into. And let's get started on the 7 master ones. So we have the root chakra. Now, that is the most basic, it is our survival. We move up to the second one, which is our sacral, which is our pleasure center. How convenient. After we've got our needs met, let's enjoy ourselves. Then we move up to the solar plexus, which is our power or our self-esteem. Then we have the heart chakra, which is the fourth, and that is love. We move to our throat chakra, which is communication. And if you've ever had any energy work done, more likely they told you you had a blocked throat center chakra. Then you move up to the third eye, which is where our intuition is, our sight. And then we have our crown, which is about a few inches above the head, and that's where wisdom resides. Now, when we think about the chakras, they are the master programs that govern our life. Now, programs, we've discussed before. Programs is essentially our belief systems. It's going to decide what we believe is going to show up on how we govern our lives, how we navigate through life, what we believe of this life. And these programs are from our parents, our culture, societal norms, upbringing, class, sex, religion, etc., etc. All these constructs that make us who we are. Most of them are negative, they're fear based. And so we have the duty to clean up these outdated programs, these so that our energy centers can move and not become stuck or stagnant. Now, remember in Sanskrit, the chakra stands for wheel or disc. Back in the day, there was these floppy disks for the computers, and that's what you put the programs on. It's basically the same concept. If the programs become corrupted or they have too much, they become slow and stagnant and they drag, and you need to clear up the space. It's the same thing for our bodies. When we become stuck with our jobs, relationships, way of thinking, habits, whatever, it's our job to work with these energy centers and our nervous system, because we're going to see how those two are going to weave so beautifully throughout this series, to clear it, to heal it, and to grow. So these programs will sometimes get lodged, right? And because they become lodged, we'll have centers that may become stuck. Now, when I say stuck, it could be stuck open or stuck closed. Like flowers, the chakras can be open or closed or dying or budding, depending on our state of awareness, depending on our programs, depending on our consciousness, because our bodies are the vehicle of consciousness, our awareness, and the chakras are the wheels that help us navigate. So these chakras reveal a profound mapping of universal principles. And like any other map, a map is not going to tell you where to go, but it's going to assist you on your journey. It's the foundation of our spiritual growth, like the roots of a tree. And when you work with the chakras to heal, you'll have this flowing stream of energy to help you move you in your highest alignment and your magic. Because as these energy centers are gateways to various dimensions or little pockets and planes of reality, which we will go into more, I promise. So if you become stuck or stagnant or slow or sluggish, and these wheels are not moving at the proper vibration to keep the energy flowing and channel the chi, the energy moving, you could either have an open, which is an excessive fixation, or you could be filtering all of life's thoughts, programs, habits, conditionings, your day-to-day behaviors through one or two channels. So say if you have a excessive fixation on your roots chakra, and it's just always thinking about how to survive, how to do this. I can't. You kind of stay in this pattern of survival mode that you can never get into these intuitions or able to maybe advocate for yourself with your throat. And then you have the close, which is like a chronic avoidance of certain energy centers. Maybe you had a deep heartbreak and you've now closed off your heart center and it can't get love in. We need all of these wheels, these chakra centers, to be spinning at a beautiful space, energy, and pace. And here's another thing about the different major chakras. So, with root being our survival, the opposite of that, or when things are not good, it's fear. Now, fear on the energetic emotional chart registers at about 100. So, we have what everything vibrates, all the energy vibrates, and everything has a frequency. So, the lowest frequency is shame, it's a 20. The highest is basically anything over 700, which is like enlightenment, highest consciousness, things like that. So fear is at 100. So it's a very low vibration state. In the second chakra, which is the sacral, which stands for pleasure, the negative or the one that's not operating in its highest alignment is guilt. And that's at a 30. That's right above shame. But it's funny because solar plexus, which is our power, our self esteem, if it's not operating at its highest, the opposite of it is shame, which is 20, which is the lowest frequency you can vibrate at. Then we have our heart chakra, which is love. But if it's not operating and it's closed or stagnant, it's grief, which is 75. You getting a picture here? Throat, which is the communication. The negative, the opposite end of the spectrum of that is lies, which is approximately around 40. The third eye is intuition. The negative or the opposite is an illusion, and that's under 100. And then the crown, which is wisdom, the negative counterpart of it is attachment, and that's also around 100. So nothing is above 100. And remember, the highest is 700 and above. So it's so interesting to see where it registers on the energy chart, the emotion chart, because it's all connected. Like our body operates and it's all connected. Our energy centers are the same way. If we are fixating on one and it's too open and it's excessive, it's going to shut down some of our other energy centers and overwork these other ones. Simply like our body, if we hurt our foot and then we start compensating with our other foot and then our hip is out of alignment, and so on and so on. So, welcome to the chakra series. I am so excited to go deep. The first up is root. I'll see you next week.